before this podcast starts, I have a couple of things to say. So, this will be the last podcast that we do more than 2 chapters on. And that's only because when we do more than 2 chapters, it kind of pushes the podcast out further than where I feel like it should come out, because we do a bi-weekly podcast. So when we do more than 2 chapters, we get very behind on the topics that we cover. So until we could change it to a weekly podcast, we're going to probably stop doing more than 2 chapters an episode. And the reason why I'm saying this on this particular episode is, well, for one, this one went on way too long. But also, I was kind of thinking if I wanted to cut some of this episode out or not. And I decided to, because I felt like the next topic was pretty good, so I wanted to release it. But also, there was more to this podcast, and that's when things got really interesting. And so I decided to go ahead and put out this episode and put out that part too. Now, I do want to say that, and I'll just be honest with you, I'll just tell you right now, things definitely get heated in this episode, but it will probably be missing some context, and that's only because if I leave it in, this podcast might wind up being, this chapter alone might wind up being about 3, maybe 4 hours, and that would be way too long for a chapter. So once again, just know that there will be some cut context. So if some things don't sound right, understand you're missing an entire, basically, episode of this podcast or a chapter that you're not getting to know how we got there and what was going on. Now, with that being said, because I do want to put out the entire thing, and I will not be getting too much into this until it's ready. But once it's ready, I will do a deep dive into it to tell you what's going on, what's going to happen once everything's ready. But beyond that, just staying right here and just telling you what's going on. I am currently working on a Patreon, and once the Patreon is ready, I will release that entire thing on the Patreon. So, again, I'm only touching on it, and once I'm ready, I will do a bigger deep dive. So, beyond that, I hope you enjoyed this podcast, and yeah, let's just get into it. Well, I do have one more topic if you got one more in you.
Who you talking to?
All of you.
Man, I'm ready.
Okay, what was it?
So as much as we like to talk about failure, and I know me and Adrian talked about this the other night for a little bit. I don't know if you saw the post, but what about reparations?
No.
So I just want to sit there and say, which I'm trying to pull it up, but Facebook is acting like a prick right now. But basically, so I mean, if you guys could go on Facebook and check it out, because mine's is running like crap. So I'm trying to get to the articles right now. But anyway, so I made
$250,000 one-time cash payment, 42 million African American eligibility descendants. Calculations based on income, education, savings, home ownership, 14.7 trillion price tag.
Okay, there's that one. Yes, there's that one, and then I posted another one before that, which in Chicago, and like I say, if you can look at, because I can't pull up Facebook right now, it's acting like.
Yeah.
But in Chicago, they actually passed a law. Well, okay, let me actually say 3 things. One, California, Gavin Newsom is actually starting an investigation for reparations for blacks. And then Chicago, they just passed the law to give reparations, to start getting reparations back to basically people of that city of Chicago. Which, Adrian, if you're on the group, can you pull it up if you don't mind? Because I can't get to it right now.
Yeah. Chicago Suburbs City Council voted 8-1 to distribute 400,000 to eligible black households. Each qualifying household receives $25,000 for home repair or down payments on property. The program is being funded through donations and revenue from a 3% tax on the sale of recreational weed. The city has pledged to distribute $10 million over 10 years. Mm,
Mhm.
mm.
So with reading all that, and B, you heard all that, right?
Uh-huh.
Qualifying residents must either have lived in or been a direct descendant of a black person who lived in Evanston between 1919 and 1969, who suffered discrimination in housing because of city ordinance, policies, and practices.
Okay. All right. So now that we got all the information, reparations. How do you feel about it?
Oh man, don't get me started on that, boy.
Oh man, you missed it.
I already had this fight, so I mean,
Oh no, I mean oh no, I heard everything you guys said.
Okay, cool.
You know, I heard it all. I I mean, I don't use that as a crutch anyway, to be honest with you. Like I said, I feel like if you weren't born within the probably the 50s, 60s, or 70s, then I feel like you don't have any right to take it like that's the early 70s, not even the late 70s or the mid 70s. You weren't born in the early 70s and down. I don't really feel like you have any right to bitch about your blackness anyway. So, but that's just me though. I mean, I don't really use that as a crutch, for my life. I mean, I never have, and I probably never will. I don't know how to use the color of my skin. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it doesn't play a factor on the day to day life, but am I going to use it as a crutch? No. And I hate people that do. I mean, I know it sucks to say. I'm never going to sit here and say that I know people, or sorry, that I don't know people that haven't got harassed by the cops. But I feel like I'm 6'5", 400+ pounds. It's like I've been able to duck and dodge the cops for as long as I've been able to. I feel like anybody could. I'm sorry. You put yourself in situations, that's on you. And I'm loud, I'm aggressive, I'm obnoxious, I'm all of that. You can ask B, you can ask G. I don't sugarcoat anything. If I want to do something, I do it. I know the consequences behind every one of my actions. So reparations, I will be gladly to take reparations because I don't blame a whole race for why life sucks at the end of the day. I just feel like life, yes, I do agree. Life was not built for people like us. But if you're willing to hand me $100,000 or $20,000 or whatever to make it that much better, and I can't complain about race no more, fine by me. I don't do it anyway, personally. So, but that's me. I can't speak for any other black person. I would love some extra cash in my pocket at the end of the day. But if if it means I can't complain about what the white man put my forefathers through, then so be it. Most of them are dead anyway. So what the hell do I care at the end of the day? Like it's like, yeah, having preparations and not having preparations. Now, don't get me wrong. Is it gonna tip the scale? I feel like the scale is already tipped. Like we said in the first, or like I said in the first podcast, or like Jason said in the first podcast, like, yes, I did not know that this country is 62% white people. So we're outgunned regardless of the fact. Even if every single black person started having 4 kids a year, we're still outgunned. Doesn't matter. So pay me high cash. But like I said, if you like to use your blackness as a crutch, then obviously you'll disagree with me. But I don't do that. So I would be happy to have reparations because I feel like it's a crutch, especially in this day and age, and when so many people have the option to work for themselves. It's like it's a black-owned bread business that's actually really doing good. Like selling bread, like get the hell out of here. Like, that don't make no sense. But it sells. But that's where I stand on it. I know I'm gonna get a lot of flack for that, but I don't care.
Next.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I gotta say, just give it to us before we can start complaining about it. I feel like at the point where it sounds like it's like it's like trying to get the money that that your home been borrowed from you for 20 years ago. You keep hounding him every day until you pay you back. It's like just give my money so I can stop. I probably can stop hearing about this more.
Yeah, exactly.
But like we should. This conversation should have been dead a long time ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Money, we can move the fuck on, man. And that's it, man. Like I said, it's not gonna really change anyone's situation like that. $300,000 can burn out just like that. Doesn't change the responsibility of people. That if you get this money, doesn't mean you're instantly gonna be a responsible person. The ones who smart is gonna increase that 300,000 to more. The dumb ones are just gonna be stuck right back in the same position that they are today.
Exactly.
But at this point, because you got your reparations, it's gonna come at a cost though. Don't think this shit is gonna be free. It's gonna come at a cost. All this Black Lives Matters and all that shit is gone.
Yep, exactly.
No one's gonna
You
care
can't
anymore.
fight anymore. Like exactly. Which I think that's stupid anyway, because where the hell is it now? Because like I said that and I say that was like, oh, everybody get your about this Black Lives Matter. Like, where's it at now? It's a fad, just like everybody. Everything.
I know, right? It's gonna come back in the summer. It's gonna come back in the summer.
It always does. It's a fucking fad. It's a fad. It's a fad. I don't care what anybody says. I don't like them. Like I said, Jason, I mean, it's no offense to him, but he ain't been back on one of these podcasts because all offense to him, I would let his have it on his Black Lives Matter, because I told that a year ago, this Black Lives Matter is going to die. I guarantee you that. He was like, no, I guarantee you, it's stupid. I done had to fight and scrap and all this shit for my whole life just to like be a regular Black person. I couldn't be no thuggish, ruggish ass. I couldn't be no thug. I couldn't be no gang member. Like I wouldn't have made it. I had to work so hard to be the person I am today and stay out of trouble and all this for free. For free. I had to not be addicted to drugs for free. Like, I had to do all this shit for free. So now you're saying that I get a chance to get reparations for all of my hard work and living an honest life? Oh, I'll take it. I will take it in a heartbeat.
You know, and they decided to give out reparations, and then the dollar becomes worthless.
That's true. That's actually true. It's like, oh, well, I'm sorry. It's all about Bitcoin now, you stupid. That would be pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. That would be hilarious. Like that, man. Like I said, the only Black people that care, like, okay, look, hey, I just said this the other day, and let me just make this point, because I was having this conversation with two people. Okay, so Black people care about a word so much, and you know, all these racial slurs and this and that. But why the f are we the only race that calls ourselves like a derogatory term? It's like, why the f are we the only ones who call ourselves niggas? Like, that don't make no sense, right? Or is it just me?
I said, man, we keep remixing that word, thinking it means something else. But
exactly. Exactly. We
Oh
the only
man.
race that literally grades ourselves and then when other people do it. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. I never understood that. It's like we
Yeah.
sing rap songs that are dedicated to nigga this and nigga that, all this shit. Like, and when another person says it, and we're like, oh no, we don't want you to say it. Only we can say it. Okay, but we ain't the ones who created that word. Last time I checked. So what right do we have about it? That don't make no sense.
At
What
this point,
sense does
man,
that make?
I feel like that word is some type of witchcraft word, and we're just cursing our own selves at this point.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh man, that's funny. That's funny. Like I said, like a day, they're like, okay, they need y'all to sign all your rights away and ever to complain again about race. Like I said, I've been preparing for this moment my whole life. If it's like that, I'm ready. Sign me up. I'll sign him up. I'll sign me up. We all get paid at the end of the day. Get out of here.
Man,
Like I said,
fact, man.
I just don't like when young people say, "Oh, well, reparations is this and that." It's like, dude, what? Like, dude, you didn't have to deal with segregation. Like, that was the last time we really had to deal with being black was hard with segregation. Other than that, I'm sorry. Like, if you chose to have a bad life, then you chose to have a bad life. Like, that was your choice. Like, if you chose to like I said, if you lived in LA and your whole life and there's gangs and there's all kind of shit, and then you choose to stay in LA as an adult, that's your fault. That's nobody's fault but yours. You chose that. Like, okay, as a kid, all right, I get it. But as an adult, if you choose to live in poverty, you choose to live in poverty. You can't keep blaming, oh, well, the man this or the man that, or this person is stopping me or that person is stopping me. No, you're an adult now. It's just like um James Dean said about this kid in school. Okay, well, if he has to take responsibility, everybody else does. And that's what irritates me about my dumbass race sometimes. Like I said, we don't take responsibility when it comes down to, oh no, it's always an excuse. It's always this, it's always that. No, that's man. I I literally have a piece of plastic that gives me any job, like man, that pays me well. A piece of plastic that I paid $140 for, that literally I haven't not had a job for the last damn near 10 years. So miss me, put that at the end of the day.
And I tell everyone, especially for black folks, hey man, if you're having a tough time, like you can't find a job, go apply to CLC, man.
Exactly.
They
Get
will,
your hard card and go get a security job because they're always hiring. I
exactly.
guarantee you that. I
You
guarantee you that. I've
you
been doing it for 10 straight years. So if you
that
say, "Oh,
that's
well, I
like
can't find work anymore," that's just on you now. That's
yeah,
just solely on you. Like I said, and
that's
it's no offense to you, G, but I hate so many people that bitch about California. It's like that's your choice. You choose to pay those payments. You choose to stay in this poverty town. That's nobody's fault. I literally hate like I know people other than G who bitch about staying in California. It's just because they like what California represents. Okay, well that's your fault. I don't give a shit. It's like the price you pay for a 1 bedroom out there, you can have a 4 bedroom out here. So miss me with that. Like, oh, well, I like the weather and I like this and I like, oh, this. There's there's to do out here. Oh, well, stay and stop bitching about it. That's how I feel. You don't have to stay because you want to know why? Because you're an adult. Like I said, people bitch about this. Like, I literally listen to it all day long from people from California who come out here and be like, y'all got weather, y'all got this, y'all got that. Well, let's go back to California. there is no way I would be paying $3,000 for a one bedroom. There's just no way I would do it. Do you know what you could have out here with $3,000? Oh my God. You could have a 4-bedroom house out here for that. And for like $1,000 less. But no, all because people want to stay in California or these expensive states like Chicago and all these, like, why? That's stupid. What's the reason? Give me a reason. Just so you can, like I said, it's the same people that bitch about reparations. Oh, it's like, they not gonna take my blackness away. It's like, really? Really? Okay. If you say so.
Oh man.
Well, I mean, I'll put it to you like this. I will take your $200,000 in a heartbeat, and I'll be having $400,000.
Shit, man. I'll flip that shit so quick, man.
Exactly. Exactly. Get out of here. Like, I hate the people that bitch about they, and y'all not even that black. Like, I mean, I know I'm not. I damn sure ain't that black to be about my blackness.
We need to delete that word black too, man. That's cursed, man.
I mean, yes, I do agree. I feel like all of us on this thing right now, we're born in America. We are all Americans at the point in time, you know.
Exactly.
But like I said, slavery, yes, it was bad, like I said before. But I feel like at the end of the day, there's still Africans in Africa, right? So something would have had to happen to where they didn't catch all of us, and I wonder why.
Right.
Like I tell people, it's like slavery was bad, but I mean, there's still Africans in Africa. So, and do you think for 1 second, if a white person could have captured us all, he wouldn't have captured us all? Because I guarantee you he would have.
I know. I was gonna say, if we're gonna get reparations, we have kind of like the original Americans that used to live here, the Indians. Not only did they get the reparations, but they also could go to college for free and all that other stuff.
Exactly.
So
It's like, okay, they're gonna take away your whole land, but we're gonna give you a million perks. It's like, okay, well, that's at the end of the day.
Yeah, but I say if you're gonna at least do that for them, we gotta get that same too. Because we're just gonna give us some money, then it's like, well, I know most of these adults that we have today, they're just gonna burn right through it, and now your kids can't go to college for free or anything like that. So can we at least add that to the, like, okay, our kids get to go to college for free, at least.
Exactly. I mean, and that's the stupid thing. It's like, yeah, you make a great point. It's like, even if they give us $300,000, like 90% of us are just gonna blow through that anyway. Us, like you just said, it's like 10% of us are gonna be smart, and like that's just average Americans. That's not even like rich black people or nothing like that. But just average Americans, no. 90% of us is gonna be right back broke and all that shit. That's a given.
Right. So if that's a
like
given,
we're gonna buy cars and necklaces and just crap.
Man, we're gonna burn a lot of stuff stupid. That's for sure. And that's why if we were smart people, besides, we could ask for more than just 300,000 just to secure our at least our future children. I know most of the adults are, but at least for the future children, we can at least think about them. Okay, maybe we can ask for free college. Maybe we can ask for this, that, and that, and that. we could at least think about the children here. Maybe they could get like some
because
benefits.
Baltimore needs this 300,000 more than anybody, obviously. Schooling and all kind of shit.
Yeah, man. That just be a whole new package. That's man, change
why I
everything.
said, man.
Change the name of
Everybody
Baltimore.
feels. Oh
Okay.
no! Oh no! But like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I've had this conversation as well with a lot of different Black people, and you know, a lot of the Black people say that they rather have that. Oh well, no, I don't want to, I don't feel like that's enough if they give us reparations. But you're the same person complaining. It's just like the people who complain about this stimulus check. Like, yeah, of course it's not a lot, but it's like it's free money. Who cares
Right.
how much it
Yeah,
is?
yeah.
It's like, especially if if you don't have a lot of bills, it's like for the people who do have a lot of bills, this is a lot of money. This is helpful in some way. And that's what
Yeah.
irritates me. Like I said, you can never please everybody.
Oh yeah, yeah. Of course. Oh no, that's true. I mean, not something's better than nothing, right? But it's just that I don't know, man. Maybe because I'm just not seeing like who's out there to represent us to negotiate anything.
Exactly.
like we just have these random people coming out saying, oh well, hell, I guess we just give you like 300,000 and that's okay. Like, right? Who's out there to negotiate anything? That's where I'm at. Like with a frustration level when it comes to all this. Like, there's no table where we can sit down and like just negotiate. Could we get a few? Could we get like 10 smart brothers who's like a lawyer or politician or whoever knows the laws that could sit down and we could negotiate a proper reparation plan? Because right now we're just throwing out random shit, Man, it could be 300 today, and the next thing you know, they change their mind. Like, oh no, let's make it to 100,000. Who's there to fight that?
It's like we not giving you $300,000.
Yeah, there's literally like no fight.
But okay, but hold on, wait, hear me out, because this to me, this is funny. I just thought about this. If you gave Black people reparations, right? So okay, every Black person gets 300,000, whatever, and some Black person still has their job, obviously, and like just anybody still has their job. And it's like, so if a white person comes up there and says, "You Black son of a bitch, nigga, motherfucker," you can't do nothing no more. I just want to see how long that would last. When somebody get called a Black, then I mean, I hate to cuss that much, but I can't wait for the first white person to say that, because I can't wait to see what happens, because you technically can't do.
I said, no, you can't. And the thing that it doesn't go back to my little argument about negotiation. When you can negotiate, if you have actually people at the table, you can negotiate that. If someone calls you the N-word, they can go to jail for that. Like, just like how the Jews, when you call them that certain word, that you can get fired. You go to jail and all the type of shit. Like,
Exactly.
we can have that protection if we
Yeah,
negotiate it.
but what if there's a counter proposal as no Black person can ever play the race card again? Do you know how hard that would be? And because it's just encoded in people's DNA, like that would be hilarious to me. Like if Black people, like if there was like a law to pass, and like I said, it was signed and passed and everything, like Black people couldn't play the race card anymore, or they would get fined or go to jail. That would be hilarious to me, because I'm one of those people. don't play the race card. I have literally have no reason to. I never have, and I'm not gonna say I never will, but I've never felt like, oh, they hate me because I'm black. I feel like no, they hate me because I'm better than them, of course. Like, but I never said, oh, they hate me because I'm black. Like, or
Man.
or it's like I'm scary or something. Yeah, but no, not because I'm black. It's like I feel like being black is the least of my problems right now. I'm a big dude in general. It's like anytime I see a big white dude, I'm like, this motherfucker's gonna kill everybody. Like,
Yeah,
so
I'm not.
him,
I'm not worried about none of that stuff. Everyone just loves me, so.
hey, man, I'll give you that, man. No disagreement there. But some people, like I said, they just use that race card to their advantage. And I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I feel like it's unnecessary. I really do. Like
Yeah,
I said, if you
man.
live in a area or you have to use that race card 24/7, then I feel like that's your problem. That's your choice to live in that area. Like, you don't have to live
Yeah.
there.
Exactly. Well, a lot of us don't understand. Man, you know how many cultures just love black people in general once they find out that you're actually cool?
Exactly.
Give me invite you to
Exactly.
like the
Do you,
barbecues and
man,
give you like, all
exactly.
types of special treatment. Man, I'm like, shit, Louise.
Tr-
Man, you never see no shit like that.
Trust me. Have you ever like I've never seen this movie, but you remember that movie with the football player and lived with the white family? I actually did that for a while. I lived with all white family. Couldn't even tell you how I got there to this day. But I lived with all white people.
Wow.
And I would think about it. If this was me, I would never let this was random black person in my house. Like, they was cool. I lived with them.
Hello?
They paid for things. I never had to pay for shit. Like, it was just a crazy situation. I was like, and I had a friend, and he was marrying their daughter, and like I said, I just lived there. Everything was free. We went out. We did shit. I got Christmas gifts. It was weird. I did that for like 3 years, and
Yeah.
so white people, no
I had no
offense
idea.
to black people, but white people have done more for me than at the end of the day. If you want to totally be honest, like, well, I mean, if I want to totally be honest,
Uh,
so reparations is fine by me at the end of the day.
yeah,
Like I said, you prove me otherwise, and then okay. Like I said, everybody might not feel that way.
all right.
Some people might have a story. Oh, well, the cops harassed me. Cops are doing their jobs. That, I mean, actually, I don't believe that their job is to harass people, but I believe that, like I say all the time, and the system is what's broken. I don't believe that. Yes, if you have a cop and it's following the same system that's been around for 50, 60, 70, 100 years, what the do you expect if the damn system ain't changed? And that's just how the world is. It's the government is going off with the same playbook that's been around for hundreds of years. It's just all the same, and we sit here and talk about it and because that's what we're taught. That's what we're taught to do. We're taught to and complain that it's everybody else's fault except ours. And I feel like that is the most disgustingest thing in the world.
Yeah, man. I mean, I always like to use the anime Eve theory, whatever. When when Anna ate the apple, and when guy came and approached him, besides just blaming himself that he ate the apple, he blamed everyone else. And
Yeah.
I think that's our greatest curse as human beings. If we don't now take accountability for what we did, we just blame, blame, but no one take credit, no one take no credit, accountability, or anything. And it's getting worse and worse into lies. And we're just drowning in lies, and no one take accountability for anything. So I was like, and look, you guys, hey, I look at everyone else like, okay, y'all can complain, do whatever. I take accountability for where I'm at in life. I'm just gonna keep pushing forward. Man, I can't. Everyone else is just like, I mean, sorry. Associating in this position, but you know why you in that position. You know why you in that position. You know, I know why I'm in the position I'm in right now. You know why you're in your position. G knows why. What's his nickname on this thing?
James.
James know why he's in the position he is in life, and you can take accountability for it and improve on that, or stay where you at right now. Life is literally that simple.
A lot of people just like I said, a lot of people, you know, I just don't like it when people, especially out here, like blame their skin color. It's like, oh, it's because the color of my skin or why I can't get by. It's like, bro, like, really? Like like, I know you. And you can't look at me and tell me that, oh, man, it's because of the color of my skin. Like, no, dick, no, dude, you're a dick. Like,
yeah.
Like, no, it ain't got shit to do with the color of your skin on why you can't get by. You can barely do adding and subtracting. That's why you don't have a job.
Exactly.
Like, I can tell you that right now.
And that's the problem with a lot of black folks is they don't have a skill. So working at the security, I realized real quick a lot of us don't have no skills. Real quick, you know.
No, a lot of us don't see
you gotta
a
have some
future
type of
or
skills
have
to get
ambition.
a job.
I feel like that's one of our biggest problems. A lot of us don't have ambition. It's like they just want a handout, and especially doing security, man. A lot of these black people don't understand that you have to, you have to play the game before you can just expect to, get to a higher position. Like some of these black people just feel like, oh no, I don't have to play this game, or like I should already, like, okay, just because you have 5 years of experience at this security place doesn't mean that this other security place is going to give two flying about any of that. So and it's like trying to tell an older black person that, which used to piss me off to all hell. It's like they didn't want to hear that shit. They was like, oh no.
They're
like, oh no, man, I done got so much experience. It's like, bro, your experience is for like at a diamond store. It's like, nigga, this is crowd control. It's like you've been standing at a diamond store at Bally's for like 10 years. How do you compare those two? Like, that don't make no sense to me. Like, this is crowd control. I don't care how much experience you have.
Exactly.
But
I mean,
they don't want to hear
that. These old dudes, it'd be like in the late 40s, 50s, and 60s. Always talk about, oh, I used to do this when I was when I was younger, blah, blah. I'm like, well, but you're here now. You made all that. You talk about you made all that money in the past. Where's that now?
That's actually very true. Like, I had heard so many stories. Man, I used to own my own business. I used to have my own security company. It's like, okay, but you making $9 here now. What the fuck happened to you in life so I don't make the mistake that you do? Because there's no way I'm going backwards. There's no way in hell I'm going backwards.
Exactly. Like I met this dude. He used to back in the Showtime Laker days. He used to be selling T-shirts and stuff. You tell me he made about 2,000 to 4,000 per game, and he knew all the staff in it. He would party with the basketball players down in that club in the Forum. He would party with them, James Worthy, all of them. He was making bank. You see from the story he told me. I'm just looking at like, dog, how the hell, if you making all that bank per game, $4,000 per game, 81 games, like, dog. How do you end up being here?
For ourselves. But yeah, the other thing is that let's see. How should I put this? I've always thought the whole reparations thing, how it's coming out now, is that because they've blurred the racial lines so much? Like reading that statement earlier saying that you have to have descendants that lived in the area from this time to this time. Now, if you had a white person hook up with these black people, now that they're like, okay, we'll give reparations, how does that work? So that means this chick who's got an ancestor that was black that lived in that time, does that mean they get reparations?
Yeah, because and because the girlfriend did the ancestry, and she's like 2% black. So it's like, and she's like El Salvadorian and like Italian and whitish, like obviously, but she got 2% black in her. So obviously, somebody down the road was dipping their finger in the sugar bowl at the end of the day. So I mean, does she get paid too? Like
Yeah.
that's the crazy part about it.
Like I don't think anybody's thinking about that. Like it's been so long, and now they're like, yes, we're fighting and we're getting it. We're making it happen. We're gonna get reparations. But I'm thinking like every year these lines get blurred a little more. Like I see these people come in my shop all the time, and they are white as snow, and that kid is black. Like, huh? They're like, I don't know how to take care of my kid's hair. I don't know how to do that. I'm like, huh? Okay, yeah, that's cool. I mean, it's whatever. But yeah, now reading that, I'm like, oh, wait a damn second. Hmm, that's interesting. So if they give these people reparations, the money doesn't, would the money stay in the black community or would they just basically be giving the money to themselves? That's a pretty interesting trick if that's the case.
That's like, dude,
uh,
that's actually a good point. It's like a lot of white people do adopt black kids, like especially in the last, like I think like 5 years or 10 years. It's like, if you think about it, a lot of more black kids have been adopted by white people, and it is hilarious for the last maybe like 5 to 3 years. It's like, yeah, they've been really pushing reparations.
Yeah.
So man, that's some
yeah.
crazy shit to think about. That's some crazy shit to think about. It's like it's it's like it was a time period where a white person would shine on their daughter dating a black guy or vice versa, but now it's like, oh no, you want your daughter to date a black guy. Why? Get them reparations.
Yeah.
You stop and think about it. You're like, what? Like what?
I mean, it's just like it's just like college. It was pretty interesting. I've known people, and I'm like, I
And
grew up and I know these people, and I'm like, okay, these people are white. And then when they go to college, they quick to check the African American box, and I'm like, wait a minute, whoa. I thought you were this. Well, I am, but my so and so is black, so I am part black. Well, what the where was that at a few years ago? Oh yeah, now I gotta, you get a little bit of an edge, what I'm saying? Affirmative action gets you a little bit of an edge when you check that box.
this goes back to my whole. I'm looking at the article. It It doesn't say African American man. It just says black person. So you got to go back to what is black. Well, what is considered as black? Because in some part of the world, black and white means class. Black people means that you're a poor class, and white means you're a rich class. So this is why I say that the word black is toxic. Because what is black? Can a white guy that has 2% black African, is he black too? Well, what is that? And so that's the trick word that they like to put out, and no one can answer that.
The biggest thing about that article is just, again, it's the fact that you have to have a black descendant or be from a black descendant that lived in that area in those time frames. But again, your population now is the racial line is so blurred. That's why I said, like I tell people, there really isn't like a racial line. Like, yeah, there is, but it's more of a classification. Like, if you make certain money, it doesn't matter if you're black or white. People going, that tax bracket's going to accept you.
Yeah.
But, that whole reparations thing, like, I mean, I was sitting here listening to you guys talk, and I kept looking at that, like, wait a minute, how does that work? Because these people are going to make some money, and they're going to be like, see, and then, like you guys were saying, oh, that means they can't say anything anymore. Well, yeah, that means those people are going to take that money and be like, see, I'm black too. That's how I've got this $10,000, $20,000, $25,000. See, we're all in this together. That's why all lives matter. Like, and this whole thing is kind of crazy.
Yeah, and that's why I go back to say, like, who's out there to negotiate all this stuff? Negotiate all this stuff.
Very true, man. I mean, I would love to know too, because like I said, who speaks for us? Because if it's like Al Sharpton, it's like y'all can have that at the end of the day. I mean, Jesse Jackson, and y'all can have that back. Like, I mean, because and don't speak for me.
Exactly.
I know who he don't speak for. He damn sure don't speak for me. So yeah, I mean, it's very true. It's like who's who's speaking for us? It's like Jay-Z. He damn sure don't speak for me. Like, that's why, like, it irritates me when, yes, I mean, B makes one of the greatest points. It's like, who speak for us? Kamala Harris, because she damn sure don't speak like no named Kamala speaks for me at the end of the day. I guarantee you that. Because I don't know what the fuck a Kamala is. That don't even make no sense. Like, her name alone don't make no sense.
Oh,
you know. I'm just being serious. That's the one. Like, Obama, I thought was the worst name. Kamala, nah, bruh. Y'all can do away with that. Y'all could do with Kamala and the first gentleman. That don't make no sense. I would divorce her, because there's no way you'd be calling me the first gentleman. I guarantee you that. There's just a lot of things wrong right now, and I feel like reparations is not the biggest problem in the country right now. Like I said, I thought Obama bin Laden, or not bin Laden, but Barack Obama was bad, but Kamala, just her first name, just say it a couple times, and I guarantee you'll just be like, "What the did we get ourselves into?" Kamala. I could have swore they were saying that wrong this whole time, but no, that's how you say it. And then she's mixed. I'm just like, damn, we can't get a regular black person in the White House to save our life, can we? It was like, oh, she's the first black. She ain't black. Just like Obama wasn't full black. Get out of here. No, like I tell people, like, no, everybody wants The Rock to be president and Kanye. No, like, I want Samuel Jackson in the White House. That's that now that, and now that's the guy I can stand behind. That's a Julius from Pulp Fiction. That's the guy I want in the White House. I want him to be in the White House. Like, that's I trust. I wouldn't give this country to an oblivion. But Kamala Harris, get the hell out of here. Don't make no damn sense. Like I said, these are the people that speak for us. Al Sharpton, Kamala Harris, and Al Roker. Like, well, damn, we got some. Oprah, Oprah, Harpo is speaking for us. Get out of here.
Yeah, man. If those are our options, you're in a load of trouble.
Exactly. Like I said, white people too. Biden can't stay on his feet to save his life. So he keeps falling every chance he gets.
I think I said on one show. I think I said on one of these podcasts. I can see Biden going out and Carmelo.
I told you. It's too hard to say. I guarantee you, if Biden's long speeches don't kill him, stairs will. I guarantee you that. Because that can't that had 0-2 in a flight of stairs right now. He can't even walk up some stairs. He keeps falling. It's the funniest shit. I watch that video every chance I get of him walking up and down them goddamn stairs. That's hilarious. I'm just like, and y'all about Trump. He can stay on his feet. Oh man, Trump is the problem. Well, at least he can stand upright. I mean, that's got to count for something. Joe Biden can't even stand up straight, but like something you've been doing for 70 years, you can't even do that right. Get out of here.
Can you imagine? You was a political figure for 40 years. You finally made it to the White House, and you can't even walk up the freaking stairs, man.
But Trump's the problem, though. Oh my god!
Oh, shit, man.
Our country is so. It's not even funny. It's so hilarious to me.
Yeah.
That's why I said, pay me how we still have a country. I'll put it to you like that.
Very much, man. I might need to get some land in Mexico just because I need to escape this.
Man, seriously, because this don't make no sense. So we got so many other problems than which is true. Like, they'll never be fixed because, like I said, it never has been fixed. That's what I tell people all the time. It's like we got the same problems. Like, it's not no different. It's like if you want these same problems to be fixed, they're not going to be fixed. Because if you fix these problems, then you won't get people to buy certain things and spend money on certain things. It's like if you fix that's stupid. That's not the way this country was built, on fixing problems. No, we were built on destroying and making worse. We weren't built on fixing. That's the reason why I say this country is never going to change. I just hate how people bitch about it. Now they're bitching about cancer culture and oh my God, yes, like just that whole situation is ridiculous as well. It's like we grew up on all these certain things, whether it be Aunt Jemima or Uncle Ben's rice or Pepe Le Pew. Like I don't understand what Pepe Le Pew has to do with cancer culture, but okay, he's a cartoon, But I don't see what Aunt Jemima has to do with anything either. And she's not my damn aunt, so what the do I care? It's like it just don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. Uncle Ben ain't my uncle, but I just feel like these are black these are black people on the face of stuff that's always been used. I feel like all you people that took all these people off of these bottles of syrup, it's like Aunt Jemima's on syrup. It's like it's a popular syrup. It's like y'all just took her off the bottle. Like I feel like that's more messed up. It's like it's been like that since I was a kid. So at least 30 years. At least 30 years. So it's like now it's a problem. Like really? Like I literally think that we got 2 bottles right now on Jemima in this pancake mix too. But it's like now it's a problem after all this time. It's just like I've been
he was mad. He was just mad about anything.
Exactly.
He was just mad about anything.
It's just like people have been complaining about the Redskins for years. And y'all just now got enough courage to change that name. It's like, so you mean to tell me all the history, all the, all the merchandise that people bought, and because it's not like you guys, if they take their Redskins jerseys up to the store and ask for, hey, can I get a Washington football team jersey? Y'all gonna give it to people. Y'all not gonna do that. Which that's what sucks. It's like, dude, you literally had families. I'm talking about generations that have been fans of the Redskins for 40, 50 years. I mean, generations of kids and fathers and kids and fathers. And then you change this and you're not even going to give a refund back to these people. I feel like that's messed up. Messed up. You should at least refund people. Yes. It's just like how the NBA store, like if you bought a jersey off the NBA store of your favorite player and they get traded or they switch a team, they'll literally reimburse you. All you got to do is pay for the shipping, which is only like maybe like $12, but that's still not that bad. That's still not that bad compared to buying a whole nother $145 jersey. Like that's at least it's something. And that's what I'm saying. America needs to learn how to compromise. We don't know how to compromise. Like literally, we don't know how to do it. And like, I really feel like that's our biggest problem. We don't know how to compromise.
Yeah, man, this is a lot, man. That's because this whole system. We never attacked the system. We attacked the figurehead. We attacked the logos and all these other fake that's not even human. Pepe Le Pew. we attack those things, but we'll never attack the system itself. And then it's going to keep repeating itself over and over and over and over and over. Man, just like these police shootings, just like anything else we talked about today. It's just going to keep happening over and over and over again. Because we don't change the system, we don't change the laws. It just stays. That I said the people in charge, they can easily fire someone if y'all get mad enough. Everyone's mad at Donald Trump. Okay, well we can move him out the office. We can put someone else in. The system's still the same though. So did it even matter?
Yeah, no, it does. It does it, and things will never change, and that's why we try to, like everybody says, oh well, you need to teach your kids to be better, and I don't disagree with that. Like I feel like our generation is screwed. Now it's on us to try to like teach our kids on how to be better, but like I said, like TV raised us, video games are raising these kids. And if you play some of the games that I play, yeah, these kids are even worse now because a lot of these games nowadays are terrible.
Yeah.
Because you got games like Cyberpunk. If like I know not a lot of kids played that game, which is surprising to me if you ask me. But I mean, I can honestly say that game is not for kids. And any kid that did play it, I know they're screwed up. I guarantee, because some of those missions are very terrible. I guarantee you. You're like, okay, this is like I shouldn't even be playing this. Like Cyberpunk's like a fucked up anime, like times 10. And like I done seen some really fucked up animes as a kid. Like, well, I mean, I think we all have, but Cyberpunk is like actually you get to live it. Like that's the like I thought like GTA was the worst thing that I'd ever actually no, I take that back. Because Satan's Row is a lot worse than GTA. I don't care what anybody says. If you played Satan's Row, Cyberpunk and Satan's Row go hand in hand on some aspects. Because the shit that you can do in Satan's Row, you can't do in Grand Theft Auto.
Okay, right. Yeah, D, my phone is about to die.
All right. Well, Dean, do you guys want to end it here?
Oh, I didn't know you were back.
Dude, I never left. Oh, yeah.
Yes, you did.
No, my internet went down, but I never left.
I was about to say you ain't said nothing in about a half an hour to like 30, 40 minutes. You just been sitting back.
Yeah, we get it here. Yeah.
All right, so everybody's good to end it right here.
That's fine.
All right. Well, then I'll say this much, and then we'll go ahead and end it. And I won't say too much, so we can. I know we got a lot to do, but I'll say this: that a lot of things I heard you guys say, there's some I agree with, and there's some that I disagree with. I'm not gonna go into it because
of course it is.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, and maybe next time I'll go ahead and speak on it because I definitely have my feelings on reparations. But I also want to make sure to understand that, again, this is one of the reasons why I did also put this together, because I didn't do this so we could be safe. I did this so, we could be men and have these conversations and agree to disagree and still be cool with each other, And that's what I do want to put out there to make sure that everybody understands. I don't care what we feel, what we disagree with, man. I'm cool with all these people. So I wanted to take the time to speak on this part, just in case people are listening with kids or you don't really like cussing, and give you a chance to either find a private place to move to, ask your kids to leave the room, or just turn this part off and listening to it later. So this is the time, and I'm going to say my piece before we start the rest of this podcast. So I said this earlier at the beginning of this podcast that I am currently making a Patreon, and this is basically the end of the conversation that we had. And the reason, like I said before, I'm putting this on the Patreon is because this podcast in itself is too long, and I can't have these episodes go on longer than what this is, because if I was to put this in, I think this podcast is an entire hour. So once the Patreon is ready, I will notify you, and this right here will be the first episode that we're going to put on the Patreon. So once the Patreon's ready, I will let you know more. But I decided to put this in there because, one, I don't think people will be happy if I left this out, so I at least want to put this part in here. And again, because I'm leaving a lot out, there might be some context that's left out of this. But again, if you want to hear the entire thing, once the Patreon's ready, I will let you know. This will be the first episode I put out on the Patreon, so you get all the context and know where all this is going. So that's just to let you know, because if I put this in here, it will be too long. So I hope this gave you enough time, and yeah. Let's get into it.
I'll just say this: the sky is blue, right?
What?
Answer the question.
No,
The sky
what
is
was it?
blue, right?
I hope so.
No, answer the question. It's a yes or no question. The sky is
Oh,
blue,
okay.
right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's your you can see that, and that's your opinion. So if a person believes that the sky is red, and they just believe that,
I
and
knew
they
you
go
were
through
going
their
this
whole
route.
life
I knew you were going to go
believing,
this. I knew you were going to go this route. Go ahead.
like I'm serious. It's like if a
I knew you
person
were going to
believes
go
that the
this route.
sky is red, and they believe the sky is red, it doesn't mean they're right. It doesn't mean they're wrong. It's just their opinion. It's their opinion. Obviously, there's proof that the sky is blue, but it's like if this person believes that it's red, then that's what they believe. I'm like that's why I said like what you're saying. It starts from what the person believes. It doesn't start off the action. It starts off what the person believes. A person only is able to act after a belief. It's just like if you ask a question, you get an answer.
Yeah.
If you never ask the question, you never get an answer.
Yeah. I agree. But again, and it goes back to what I said. Doesn't make it right. But I've always said everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I'm not here to argue it.
Like I said, how do you know what's wrong and what's right if you don't? Like I said, if you have an opinion.
No. Again, I just said everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Doesn't always mean your opinion's right, but you're allowed to believe what you want to believe. Doesn't mean you can't be corrected.
Okay, so like I said, if a person chooses to believe that the sky is red, it doesn't matter if we think they're wrong. That's what they choose to believe. It's just like I said, and it's just like God. There's no proof of God, and we go back and forth on that all the time. There's you in your 32/30, almost 33 years of living. You technically have seen no proof of God, but yet you believe in. Yet there's no proof, but yet you believe in it.
Yeah, because again,
and you don't question it, and that's what I'm saying.
But
that's
again,
your opinion. But there's so many facts in your 32 years. I'm not talking about anything after that, and that prove that that you're praying and believing in nothing. And there's movies, there's TV shows, there's science, there's all kind of things that have disproved God.
And no,
for the last 32 years,
and
it doesn't mean you stop believing in it.
Yeah, but there's also, and again, you can get your information anyway because there's also been places where there has been proof too. Again, and this goes back to what I'm saying because you're missing the whole entire core issue. I just said it already. You're entitled to your own opinion. Everybody is. I'm not here to sit there and say you're not entitled to your own opinion. Just because I feel you're wrong does not mean you're not allowed to believe in what you want to believe in. If you don't want to believe in God, that's fine. You don't have to. I'm not going to force my opinion or my beliefs on you unless it's dealing with unjust or harm or purely wrong or inhumane. It has to be that day, Other than that, something like that, like if you feel the sky is red, you are entitled to your opinion, you're entitled to your beliefs. I'm not here to stop that because to me that's not worth it to me. But as soon as it takes away somebody's rights, ability to live, or causes harm, I mean, my fault. I'm trying to say causes. I'm trying to think how to say it. Causes. Not unintentional. I can't think of the word, but basically cause. I forgot what it is. But causes unjust harm to somebody else, then that's when I have an issue. Other than that, I don't have an issue. Again.
Okay. So you said causes unjust harm, and you're right. Okay, so how did you walking into the store and a person have an opinion? How does that affect anything that you just said? It's literally not checking any of those boxes. If a person chooses to keep an eye on you, that's not checking any of your boxes.
No, that's unjust. because you're judging me.
How is that unjust? Tell me where it says that in basically any justice, anything, any laws or anything, and that it says, and because
I didn't. No. I didn't say it was illegal. I didn't say it was illegal. I didn't say it was illegal. I said it isn't right just to judge on somebody. Doesn't mean you can't do it. You're allowed to do it.
I'm saying, but how is it unjust? And because that's your opinion, it doesn't mean anything. Your opinion doesn't mean anything.
But it means a lot.
Like,
no. Okay, now that's wrong too. Your opinion means a lot to you.
Okay, but but you're choosing to go in somebody's store. You already don't have the upper hand because you chosen to walk into this store. How this person feels about you, like I said, what does that matter? Like, how is it unjust? You have chosen to walk into this store.
Because the thing about a store, and especially when you talk about a store, this is a public place that everybody has to use. And so to treat one person,
you don't have to use anything. That's just it. You don't have to use it. Why do you have to use it?
Again, some people, yes, if you want to go get groceries or you want to get food, unless you're a farmer, you live off the land. If you want to live in the society that you live in, you got to use the resources like everybody else uses. Of course, that's human nature. So like if I need to get clothes, I'm not supposed to go to a fucking Ross, or I'm not supposed to go thing that you could go in and then feel like I'm treated differently from everybody else, even though I have nothing on me. No. I'm not saying you don't have a right to your opinion. You do. But I also have a right to mine too. Everybody has the rights. And also everybody has a right to feel like the other person is wrong. I'm not trying to take away your own rights. But at the same time, doesn't mean everybody in the situation is right. I could be wrong in this situation.
Okay, so unjust means unfair, dishonest, or faithless. Mm-hmm. Like I said, it doesn't check any of those boxes. Like I said before, they're not doing any of those three boxes. And that's my point. So stop saying unjust because it means unfair, dishonest.
That is unfair. How? Faithless. Wait a minute, no. That is unfair. Listen. How
is that unfair?
Because to sit there and judge, because that is unfair. Because you're judging somebody else different from me. That's totally unfair. Why am I being judged differently from that person over there? Why are you following me?
It's unfair to. Oh my God!
That is unfair.
What case?
Huh?
How?
No. They're not. No. Those words aren't combined. Now you get a third opinion. Now you're combining the words.
Third opinion.
Yeah.
Can we get a third opinion, please? Fucking Jay, if you please, because like you are a store owner, and I feel like you have the right to think about anything or monitor your store how you choose to monitor it. So please, if you're there, just please help me out when it comes to this.
What happened? Like, you guys keep hashing this one out. It's pretty good.
Come on, man. I need a third opinion. Because I come on. It doesn't make any sense. It's like a person is allowed to feel how they want to feel, especially, like I said, if a person owns a business or it's a Walmart or whatever, you have the right to monitor who you want to monitor, who you view as a threat. Doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jesus Christ. It doesn't have anything to do with unfair, unfaithful.
It does.
So how? Oh my God.
Again, when it comes to unfair, you're combining the words. I'm combining the words. We're talking about unfairness. It is unfair to sit there like two people walking in the store at the same time. It is definitely unfair. Not saying you cannot watch somebody because you feel like they're a threat. Of course you're allowed to. But it's also unfair to treat that customer differently from that customer. That is definitely unfair. It is. That is definitely unfair. Does not mean you shouldn't be allowed to watch them if they feel like they're a threat.
I'm saying, but in what constitutional right? In what law? Unfair and unjust.
There are hold on. There is laws to that. There are actual, but again,
what laws? Tell me what laws. I'm looking at it right now.
Well,
there are no laws that are in place. If you walk into a store and a person wants to make sure you're not a threat, that's not against any laws.
There are laws out there.
I have worked for too many stores.
Yes.
Like, what you're telling me is asinine.
No, because dude, there are people who have been sued for kicking people out for basically race-based reasons. You cannot do that. You could be sued for that. That is illegal. That is a lawsuit. You can do that. Absolutely.
Like I said, send me something that says
there
that.
You go. Hold on.
And that a person just got kicked out of a store. I mean, just kicked out. Didn't say anything, didn't have no words. This person went into a store and just got kicked out because they were a skin color, or they had piercings, or they were pregnant, and this person did not say anything.
Okay, how about this? This is better. How about this? This is better. How about denial of service because of their sex? Would that work?
Like I said, I never said that. That's on a whole different thing. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that you have the right to watch somebody if you feel like they're a threat.
I didn't say you did it. I didn't say you did it. But you talked about fairness.
You said it's unfair, or
yes, but that's not a law. So that's not a law. That is not a law, though. That is not a law. You're conflating that as to a law. That is not a law. It is unfair. You could be unfair, and that's had to be illegal.
How is it unfair? There's nothing unfair about that.
Yes, it is. When you judge somebody differently from another person based on nothing, just by the way they look, yes, that is unfair. Doesn't mean you don't have the right to do it. And I'm not saying it's illegal. You're trying to say you're sit there and say there's not fairness has nothing to do with laws. There are laws to fairness, yes, but what you're talking about has nothing to do with law. You could be unfair and not do something illegal.
Okay, so I'm not trying to be a dick when I say this, but you sound like a fucking child right now, because that's
how the fuck do I? No, fuck that shit. How the fuck do I?
And because
no,
got 2 cookies and I only got 1,
and that
is a fucking child. You sound like a child.
But it's a fucking fact.
You sound like a fucking child.
It's a fucking fact. But it's a fucking fact. How the fuck is that? It doesn't have to be fact. No, it doesn't. Fairness has nothing to do with law. You do not have to be. Dude, fairness doesn't have to be illegal.
I'm not 7 years old. I'm a grown-ass man.
I get that.
I live by laws, like every other grown-ass man.
No, bullshit. You said fairness. Fairness has nothing to do with it being illegal. You could be unfair without it being fucking legal. What the fuck are you talking about?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying fairness is your opinion. Your fucking opinion doesn't matter. I'm saying your opinion doesn't matter when you walk into somebody's store. That's what I'm saying. Your opinion does not matter when you walk into somebody's store.
I never said it did.
They can watch you if they have the right.
Who said
fair and unfair?
When I ever said they don't? I said it's just not fair. I didn't say they don't have the right. I literally told you earlier they have the right to do that. Doesn't make it fair.
Okay.
Fair does not have to be illegal.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. Fair and unfair do not play a part in that factor. Let me just say this. Adrian owned a store. Listen to me. Adrian owned a store. And when somebody walks into your store and you say, okay, I feel like this person is a threat. And do you think, okay, is it fair or is it unfair if I watch this person? Does that even cross your mind if you feel like that person's a threat?
Oh, are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, obviously, if I feel somebody's a threat to my business, I'm gonna watch them.
Yeah,
obviously.
but at the same time, hold on. But at the same time,
no. Care about if it's fair or not.
It doesn't matter if it's fair.
That's my point right there. It
Thank
doesn't.
you.
No. That's my point. Because it could
How
still
is
be
that your point?
Everybody
That is
hit
my
somebody.
point.
No, that
Oh
is
my
my
God.
point. That is my point. That is specifically my point. Things could be unfair, but it doesn't have to matter to the situation. That's my entire point. Fairness has nothing to do with legal.
Okay, but you're still saying that it's not fair.
It doesn't
I'm
have
saying
to be.
it does not matter if it's fair or
But
not.
that's my point. But you're specifically talking
Oh
about
my
fairness.
God.
No.
I can't wait till you hear this back. I can't wait till you hear this back. I can't wait.
I'm fine with that, but
And
you
you
no.
listen to what you're saying.
But listen to what you're no. Stop that. Listen
I
what you
can't wait.
no. Stop.
Wait.
Nah, stop all that
I
shit.
can't
No,
wait.
stop all that shit. Stop all that double talking.
I'm
Stop all that double
done.
talking.
I'm done. Listen to it back, then come talk to me.
Fuck that shit.
Let's do it back, then come talk to me.
Stop all that double
Let's
talking.
do it back, then come talk to me.
Stop all that double talking.
Listen.
No. Stop all that double talking. Stop all that double talking. This is what I'm saying, and that's what Adrian just made my point, and he's right. Fairness has nothing to do with it. Fairness does not have to be illegal. You keep trying to put fairness with illegal. Does not have to be illegal. That is the issue. You can make a decision and don't have to be fair. So what's the argument? Oh, this nigga left.